I'm here with Into the Wind TV, and this is Jake, and I'm here with Laird Hamilton. And, it's really an honor to be here. And Laird and I just had begun talking, and I was saying that I thought I was crazy, leaving behind a lot of friends in going on my own process and following my heart. And Laird has shown me that I'm not that crazy, relatively speaking. And the Into the Wind, and I think really everyone at large is at some point you have to kind of cast away from what is acceptable and go your own way. And you've had a lot right now. Right now he's all cut up and stuff like that. Yeah. So maybe you can just we can just start there and flow.
There's a great quote. It says, "Disobedience is the true foundation of liberty." I love that one. That's a Thoreau quote, and I think that the things that we talk about. I have children, and we always say the things that make kids hard to raise will probably make them great adults. But it's all that it's all that defiance and all those things that society that really just doesn't recognize or doesn't want to agree with. It's kind of like they want you to go, okay, well, get in the line and walk over there and go through that door, and we'll tell you what to do, and no, you can't do that. I remember growing up and having teachers tell me, well, you're not going to be anything. Like you're not going to be anything, and you can't surf for a living, and you can't eat your surfboard, and I mean I heard it all. So, but that's the thing. I think that's the time when you have to decide if you want to try to live for yourself or you want to try to live for other people. In my life, I've always had a tendency to not just agree that that's the way it is. Like just because that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Like and if everybody thinks that's the way to do it, that's usually the first thing. I'd be the first person to say, no, that's not right.
What's part of your formula?
The willingness to fail and then not giving up too. I think it's a little bit. I think Gabby describes me sometimes like a dog. It's like once you get on a scent, you just don't stop until you either die or you find what you're looking for. I always say that we are each our own greatest inhibitors. I think that we stop ourselves from doing things. Fear of failure will keep most people jailed for their life.
Have you gotten to a point in your life, maybe beforehand, you thought like this is going to create this happiness for me, and you got there and it didn't happen? Or
I think that's ongoing. Is there something lonely about thinking that something's going to bring you the fulfillment that it doesn't? For sure. If you think, and our world's set up to think that it's all about monetary. And I know an enormous amount of very wealthy people that are absolutely confused and wondering why that all this abundance doesn't bring them the happiness and not realizing it's just right inside. Fear is reverence. Fear is true respect. Nice. You have to have fear. Fear is a key emotion to the survival of our species. That's why we're here. If we didn't know to be scared, we would not have run from giant things that could eat us. It's stuff that thing's in us for a reason. Now, what you do with it, that's something else. Fear to one is the thing that motivates him and makes him do things that no one's done, and fear to another one is just it puts him in gridlock and traps him in his house, and he never comes out because he's scared. I think you have to embrace it. I embrace fear. I think I want to be scared. I always say, I tell people sometimes, I go, I'm the most scared out there. I want to be the most scared because I think that is the right place to come from.
So that's what I hear so many people say, it's how do I take action in spite of my fear?
You have to start the movement. Just that one, just initiate. We grew up in a bare tin roof with an outhouse with, and screen windows and mosquitoes, and my mom, we had cold showers, and but it's like at the end of the day, I can sit there and go, yeah, poor me, or look what I did, it's like, but again, no matter what you've done and what you've had happen to you, somebody has it worse. I promise. No matter what it is and what you have and what problem there is, somebody has it worse. And no matter how great you are, and how much you have, somebody has more. Somebody's greater. And that's just I guess that's the great thing about life. And it's not so easy just to go, oh yeah, I'm going to make me strong. No, it's not. It's not even, I think for me, personally, it wasn't a choice. It's not like I just chose, like, oh, I'm not going to let it get me down. I was just like, I just wasn't accepting it. I just wasn't accepting it. I'm not going to accept this is my outcome, or this is what's going to happen. I'm not going to accept it. And so, and then in not accepting it, what am I going to do about it? Well, I'm going to believe. If you really believe in what you're doing and you're pursuing it, the way will be made for you. Mm-hmm. It will be made for you if you pursue it with all of you, with all of your intentions, with all your passion, with all your, and for the right reasons too. If you know you got this gift, or you know you got this thing and you're not doing it, that's crazy. You know, I feel completely sane.